standing in an office looking at the guy gropes me out of nowhere. I mean,
the difference, the difference is once it's sort of formally recorded. And I'll be honest with you, I'm the senior investigating officer for this. If you give me a blank statement saying I was working on the Cook report and Ken Clarke came into the office and blah blah blah, and he gropes me, well, I'm not going to go and nick him on the back of that. I'm just not. If you were to give me a very, very full and you were totally supportive of a prosecution and I could corroborate it by other means, say for argument's sake, put you both in the same building at the same time for records, then maybe we might get to the stage of me going and arresting him or whatever. But we wouldn't just do it off a weak statement, and by weak I mean it's because we'd have written it rather than what you're saying. But what it does do is it just gives you a degree of protection. I'm not for one moment suggesting anything else anything would happen, but it just gives you a degree of security, if you want. And we're a confidential inquiry, so it's not going
from being in the press.
Well, it depends. I mean, the issue for me is if you look at how Lord McAlpine started suing people, and the vast majority of it doesn't really matter whether there's any truth in it or not.
It's a setup, you know that, right? With McAlpine. You read the Scallywag articles, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah? No, hold on a minute. But you read the Scallywag articles. Did he sue Scallywag? No. Why not? Right? But what he did in his book, he said, this is how you read that bit, right? You read his book?
Well, no, I haven't read it cover to cover.
Right, okay, so you haven't read it. Right, so in his book, he's telling you how to be a spin doctor master, you know. Here's the dark arts, right? You walk, basically, in front of a car, right? You create sympathy for yourself, right? And then no one can accuse you of doing anything, and you've got public sympathy, and you can make money out of it. That's basically what he said in his book, right? That's basically what the guy's done, right? Ken Clarke isn't going to sue me. It's not the same thing as McAlpine. McAlpine's demonstrating to the world how powerful he is, right? Now, whether he's guilty or not guilty, he's neither here nor there really now, because he's got 185 grand from the Beeb, right? He's got 125,000 from ITV. It's a payday for him.
Just about to raise Sally Burko's piggy bank as well, I think. It's going to go for her as well. But I mean, it's just it's something to think about, because it just gives you a level of a blanket of security. Because what I wouldn't want to find is that, say for argument's sake, Ken Clarke, for whatever reason, and please don't, you know, I talk very, very loosely here, but don't for one moment, just because somebody's guilty, don't for one moment think they won't come out and say they're innocent and sue you. You know, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. It really, really isn't. Because, you know, some people have got more front than Brian.
It's a videotape.
And
he's on video.
Well, if we can find it.
I know who's got it.
Well, be honest with you.
She'll deny it, but she's got it, I'm telling you. Because I can prove that she's given me other stuff that she shouldn't have. Right, so she's...
Where would you keep it?
Huh?
Where would you keep it? Because would you get a what?
She lives in the Cotswolds. So it's in a house in the Cotswolds, the same as all the other stuff. She's given me, Sylvia Jones was talking about. She's given me stuff on Freddie Scappaticci, IRA guy, yeah, worked for MI5, part of the Force Research Unit, yeah. She's given me stuff with Freddie Scappaticci being interviewed in a car by Clive Entwistle, who was the executive producer of the programme. Right, none of this should exist, right, outside of the programme, right. This is all stuff that the Cook Report basically did for a programme that they ran, and they did a follow-up then some months later. Well, nothing to do with me, but she has this material, right? She's got a guy called John Dignam, who was an MI5 guy, again in the Force Research Unit, who got caught by Freddie Scappaticci, right? Interrogated by Freddie Scappaticci, and then he was found the next day on one of the roads in the in Northern Ireland, I don't know whereabouts he was, with a bullet through his head. Right, after this confession. And they basically say on the tape, you're going to die, so tell us your thing. I've got that tape. All from Sylvia Jones, who shouldn't have had that at all. And when I said to her, I'm actually going to use a transcript from that, she tried to sue me because it was her tape. It's mine. I own it. In other words, it's currency of some kind.
Who's she in the grand sort of scheme of things?
Oh, well, she was the producer of the Cook Report programme that I worked on. Yeah, so... But the point is, anything that happened to anyone famous, or anyone well known, She had that. She copied it.
Right,
She's got it. So I know that Jack Mulvern has come out and said from the Times something happened to the Cook Report archive, and everyone's kind of gone, oh well, that's typical of that kind of thing. Because I've said, look, there's a videotape here. Just get the videotape. Now they're saying, oh, we can't find it. It's gone. Whatever it is, right? I'm sure you guys will be able to find it, but Sylvia has it. Yeah. And she has been, this woman would eat me alive within a second, wouldn't she? She's a crime correspondent. She takes no hassle. She reports to Whitehall anyway, yeah? And she's quite powerful, right? And she has basically said that, yes, she saw the tape, it exists, right? Well, hold on a minute.
Yeah, she said she saw the tape, she saw you and Ken Clarke. She didn't see the grope, but she saw the two of you in the
Clive
room.
Entwistle
says
there's
no such
no
tape.
such tape. So they at least they haven't got their story straight, or at least they when there was but she'll have it because that's what she has. She has currency on everyone, and that this in a very small way is what it's all about. It's about using people and having currency on them, and I think child abuse and paedophilia in the entertainment industry is the gold standard. I'm absolutely certain of that. And I was on the edge of it. That's what, do you know what I mean? I wasn't in the centre of it. Had I been gay, I think it would have been a completely different story. You know. So I'm happy to tell you what I told Giles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we'll take it from there. I mean, to be fair, I haven't been impressed with the other guys that came, last week. They were like balls and china shops, right? And I know that, it's a serious thing, but what it made me feel that it was like, you haven't got a clue about the entertainment business, yeah? And so when I looked into your unit, and I kind of went, that's what you do. You look at, these pervs on the internet and all that kind of stuff, and blah, blah, blah,
and
neighbours,
and parents
and stuff like that. There was nothing there that said to me, and we delve into the entertainment industry and the high-profile people.
The thing is, we react to what we're told.
Yeah.
We go out and we do proactive operations where we know things are going on. Then we'll go out and actively try to catch people at it and deal with it.
Sure.
But in the absence of being told about anything, and bearing in mind until Seville turned his toes up, and even after that, we now know in retrospect everybody's coming forward and everybody's going, oh my God, how could this have happened? It obviously has been. It's obviously rife, and it's also been going on for years, and people have been turning a blind eye to it. And
people are involved.
Yeah.